Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are gonna be decorating a classic Happy Planner spread using some Doodle stickers from the Happy Planner, specifically from the journaling doodles and journaling sticker books to create our own wall grid spread. So let's get started. First of all, I started with this strip sticker and I used it almost like a washi tape strip on the edges of the holes, and I love how it turned out, and it is from those same sticker books. So later on I can go ahead and color in the leaves if I want to, or not. You can totally leave everything black and white, which I considered doing, but later on the video you will see that I ended up coloring most things with the exceptions of the actual sticky notes and labels. I decided to leave those white. In fact, I thought also of using some stickers that already had colors in them, but I went with the black and white because I really like how hand-drawn everything really looked, which was kind of what I was going for, because for this spread I was inspired by a lot of different Bujo spreads, and Bujo stands for bullet journaling. If you are following the planner community on Instagram and YouTube, maybe you have come across some Bujo spreads and videos. Amanda Lee is one of my favorites, but I actually follow a lot of different accounts in the Bujo community, and I watch some videos with that kind of planning style. And although almost all of the bullet journaling spreads that you can find out there are doodled, you don't need to doodle or to even draw a line at all to bullet journal. Bullet journaling is more the kind of planning method, not the decorating technique. Anyhow, because most bullet journalers doodle and hand draw everything, that's how bullet journaling have come to be known among planners. And I had been wanting to do this spread since back in spring, I think it was. But I am actually glad that I ended up doing it now, because I was able to go with more autumnal colors. And I truly love how that turned out. And again, I was inspired by different Bujo spreads for this plan with me, because this kind of stationery, and more specifically wall grid theme with sticky notes and all of that, has been pretty popular in the Bujo community, and I don't wonder why, because it's kind of easy to even draw everything yourself, since sticky notes are just squared or rectangular for the most part, which anyone can draw, and still it looks really cool at the end. It gives a pretty nice effect. I personally, in my particular case, just used some Happy Planner sticky note stickers and all that you can see in this video, because I had not had the opportunity to use all these Doodle stickers before, and they were just perfect for this spread, so why not? The only part of the spread that I actually had to draw, as you can see, is the actual kind of wall grid, because this vertical layout in the Happy Planner already gives me a guide and a starting point with the lines in the columns and the rows and all of that. But to make it look a little more like a wall grid, I added some more lines. More specifically, I added one vertical line in the middle of each column and two horizontal lines in each row. And I tried to divide everything as equally as possible, and for that I just did it before the video. I made some very light pencil lines that I don't know if you were able to see in the video, but they were there just to use as guides, and after that I just had to trace the lines with pen and a ruler. Really easy, but I think the final effect is really neat and cool. And you can actually draw the lines before or after placing down all of the stickers. I decided to do it after because I thought I preferred to take those lines all the way to the edge of the black line in the stickers to make it all a little more seamless, but that wasn't really necessary. Either way, it would look great, I think. And this grid washi tape have been pretty trendy in the planning community as well. You can get a set like this one either from Amazon or from the washi tape shop. remember to check out the links in the description of my videos. And at the beginning of the video I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to go with, so I was between this one or maybe the blues or the lilac, which actually is really pretty. But again, at the end I decided to go with more like autumnal colors, for which I chose this color, which ended up being just perfect. But I also used a bit of the wood pattern washi tape, which is actually from Hobby Lobby, and I used it specifically in my sidebar because I wanted to create kind of some floating shelves with books and flowers and whatnot. Again, all of the stickers that I used in this spread are on white matte paper, so like I mentioned before, I can go and color them in and easily write on them throughout the week. As you can see right now, I am cutting down this sticker to make it a little smaller because honestly I am not a reader, so I wanted to use these books as a decorative sticker, so I kind of cut them apart and used only the parts that I wanted. And to me they will actually represent planners like traveler's notebooks or something like that, and then I will save the glasses for later because for now I will take another sticker and I will take the coffee cup from it to use it to place it on top of these books or traveler's notebooks. Of course I wouldn't do anything like that in real life, but for a spread I thought it would look pretty cute. I will also use a red sticker to cover up the notes part in my sidebar, and you will see that I placed it a little low for now, but later on I will also end up covering up the month and placing another sticker to represent the month on top of it, because at this point I wasn't sure how I would like it best, but at the end I thought it would look better if I placed it a little higher and just used it to display the month on it. On the shelves I will also use the glasses that I cut off from the books, as well as a typewriter, because this is kind of a stationery and office slash craft room kind of theme. So I thought the typewriter was just perfect for this spread. Even though it was a little too small, I still decided to go with it, and I am glad I did because I really liked how it turned out. And then I used some brush markers from Tombow, as well as one from Distress Inks from Ranger. And the distress marker in tea dye was just the perfect match for that grid washi tape. But as you can see, I also incorporated kind of a burgundy color with this marker in here, which was actually a little too dark. So I used my colorless blender from Tombow to get the color to be a little lighter. Anyhow, I really love how that pop of color looked at the end. And in addition to the burgundy and brown colors, I used kind of a yellowish orange, and that one was also from Tombow, to add more color and variation, which I think adds more interest. And sometimes my markers actually bled a little bit outside of the lines, but I just went in with a white gel pen and cleaned those a little bit. Anyhow, the coloring was never perfect anywhere, but that is not the point of a planner spread, so that's okay. And even though I did not color in the sticky notes and labels, I did color those push pins that they had to add a bit of color throughout the wall grid and balance everything out a little better. And like I said before, I used the colorless blender in this spread because I wanted to lighten up some of the colors, but all of the images in this spread, even the bigger ones, are pretty small, so you don't really need to use it at all if you don't want to. If you want to make the process a little faster and easier for yourself, you can totally do that. Then I decided to bring in also a lighter pink, and still I used the colorless blender with it also to add a bit of dimension to the glass jars, because I wanted to add a bit of depth and glare, but I didn't want to add blue or any other color, so I thought a light pink would be just perfect for that, especially because they all have pink objects by their side, so it just looks like the pink objects are reflected on the jars. Then I went to my squad goals stickers and I took some of those office supplies stickers to add even more detail to my papers and sticky notes in my wall grid, and I think that added a very little but really cute detail to everything, and even a tiny bit of gold foiling here and there. But because with this I ended up adding gold foiling, which at the beginning I wasn't sure I was gonna do, I also decided to go back and I removed that September sticker that you can see in the corner of my spread, and I replaced it for the same one but with gold foiling, and I really liked that a lot better. Again, it added a really nice shine and detail to my spread. If you want to recreate a spread like this one later on the year, remember that you just have to change in the colors to fit the season or the occasion that you might want it to fit, or even just leave it black and white. Anyhow, this is my spread all finished. I really love how it turns out and I hope you like it as well. Please give me a thumbs up if you do and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and stay safe. Bye!